It seems like everywhere you look nowadays, a new telehealth company is popping up. Whether they sell hormones, peptides, thyroid medication, or estriol cream for your face, you've probably seen them all over your feed. Or some influencer is talking about their experience with them. Maybe you've heard names like Defy, Joy Wellness, Thrive Lab, or others. And this episode isn't about promoting one specific company. It's about helping you understand the landscape and how to decide what level of care actually makes sense for you. Because something really important is happening in women's healthcare right now. Women, especially those of us in midlife, are no longer willing to be dismissed, rushed, or told your labs are normal, you're fine, while we feel exhausted, anxious, inflamed, not sleeping, gaining weight, and just not feeling like ourselves. So women are taking their health into their own hands, and telehealth hormone clinics are one response to that. And in many ways, I believe it's a good thing. These companies have made access much easier. They've normalized conversations around estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and even peptides. They've removed long wait times. They've made it possible for a woman in almost any state to get evaluated and treated without begging her PCP for help. That is a huge shift. And for many women, it's life-changing. And for somebody who is clearly hormone deficient, clearly symptomatic, and needs appropriate hormone replacement to stabilize her sleep, her mood, her hot flashes, or joint pain, a telehealth company can be a good starting point. Same with peptides and thyroid support in certain cases. So to be clear, I am not anti-telehealth companies. I think they represent women finally saying, I deserve care that actually helps me feel better. Where things get a little tricky is when women assume that access equals personalization, and it doesn't always deliver that, unfortunately. A lot of these companies operate on standard protocols, not in a bad way. That's how they can scale and serve thousands of people. They are high volume, but their protocols tend to be generalized. They're often based on a limited lab panel, a symptom questionnaire, maybe a 15-minute check-in, and a standardized dosing range. Or they may only start you on one hormone like testosterone or progesterone, but leave out estrogen. Or they may only address your sex hormones, but totally ignore your thyroid health. And for some women, that may be okay to feel better. But for many perimenopausal women especially, and those with long-standing stress, gut issues, mineral depletion, thyroid conversion issues, cortisol dysregulation, inflammation, HRT, or peptides are only one piece of a much bigger picture. We've seen this clinically, women not getting comprehensive care. They're really only getting one piece of the pie. They'll say, I'm on progesterone, but I still don't feel good. Or I'm on testosterone, but my libido hasn't changed at all. Or I tried a peptide, but I'm not losing weight. And they may start thinking that the therapy itself is ineffective when in reality, the context is missing. Because hormones and peptides don't work in isolation. I say this over and over. They're influenced by your mineral status, your nervous system and stress hormones, your gut and liver function, your blood sugar stability, your thyroid signaling, and your inflammatory load. So the question isn't just, can I get HRT online? It's, do I understand what my body actually needs right now and in what order? This is where the difference between access and strategy matters. Telehealth companies are great at providing the tool, but what many women still need help with is which tool, at what dose, in what sequence, with what support, and how to know if it's working or creating more imbalance in the body. And this is where Tanya and I come in. We're not a pharmacy. We're not a prescription mill. We're not here to push hormones or peptides, though we educate on them, and we will help you make intelligent, personalized decisions based on your needs. Sometimes that means, yes, a telehealth clinic is a great fit for you, depending on where you are. Other times it means you actually need deeper thyroid evaluation or mineral repletion or nervous system stabilization or gut and detox support before layering on hormones, or a private prescriber who can manage more complexity, or simply education so that you can advocate for yourself confidently. Inside the perimenopause method, we give clients access to a directory of both private practices and telehealth companies state by state. We talk openly about what different clinics do well, where they're limited, and how to choose based on your symptoms and physiology. For example, one of our clients has a history of fibroids and has been working with us for years. She trusts our guidance around minerals, lab work, gut and detox support, and overall hormone support. She started HRT through an online clinic, which gave her access, right? But they weren't looking at the bigger picture, including how her thyroid and estrogen metabolism may be impacting her fibroids. So together, we helped her find a provider who could offer more comprehensive care, and we guided her on what kind of HRT approach made sense for her specific situation. Because the future of women's healthcare is not one doctor or provider knows everything, and it's not one online company fixes everyone. I believe the future is informed women who understand their individual bodies, their needs, their options, and know how to build the right care team. Think of telehealth hormone clinics like a very powerful doorway. They can get you in the system. They can get you access. They can remove unnecessary barriers, but you still need somebody to help you navigate the room that you just walked into. You still need somebody asking, is your fatigue really low estrogen, or is it low cortisol and low minerals? Is your anxiety really progesterone deficiency, or is it your blood sugar instability and nervous system overload? Is your low libido really low testosterone, or is it exhaustion or resentment in your relationship? Sometimes it's all of the above. So if you're considering HRT, peptides, or thyroid medication through an online clinic, I want you to hear this. You are not wrong for wanting support, not at all, or for signing up with one of these companies. Just make sure that you're also being strategic and looking at the full picture. The goal isn't just to get on HRT or to start taking peptides. The goal is to feel calm, energized, clear-headed, strong, and like yourself again, safely and sustainably. And that's what true personalized care really looks like. All right, I hope this episode gave you some clarity. And if you want help figuring out what kind of support actually fits your body in this season of life, that is exactly what we do every day with our midlife clients in the Perimenopause method. As always, check out the links in the show notes to learn how to get support from us. And I will see you next time. Hey, before you go, if you want to know the 10 things that I do every day to improve my energy, mood, and maintain a healthy weight in perimenopause, grab my free resource, Perimenopause Daily Checklist, via the link in the show notes. You'll learn my daily morning and evening rituals, how I reduce overwhelm and get stuff done, how to structure meals to feel good, and much more. Perimenopause doesn't have to be such a struggle. Let's flip the script so you can feel and look your best. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only. I am not, nor do I act as a doctor or any other medical professional. I am not providing healthcare, medical services, or attempting to diagnose, treat, prevent, or cure any physical, mental, or emotional disease or condition. The information shared is not intended to be a substitute for the professional medical advice provided by your own medical or mental health provider.